How you doing, Amber? Trying to get access to this scene, not having any luck. They got the entire area around this, well over the hill, by the way. I am 0.8 miles away, so more than 3/4 of a mile away from this scene that they have blocked off, and can't get any closer from this direction. I could try to get to it from another direction, but I think they got it sealed off all the way around because of my GPS is showing that on the GPS that all these roads are like blocked. So they got it blocked all the way to Holly Street, which is like 2 miles away, and then they got it blocked kind of like a mile away or something on north and south. But you can see that road down there, that's Riverdale Road. It goes north to south, so I could try to sneak in that way, but I kind of doubt that I'd make it trying to get on the Quebec.
Good. 3 minutes. They're waiting for the light to change.
So they are definitely being very secretive here with their actions, in the sense that nobody can get any closer. But they did say on the tweet that the man has let me read it out here. Police are investigating a man with a gun call, and they say at this time there are
65, medic 61, sick party.
They are saying at this time there are no injuries to the male that negotiators are talking to, and no injuries to police. So nobody's been hurt.
Medic 66, sick party, 16,024.
So they have him
Street, on channel, Metro say.
barricaded.
Medic 66, sick party, 160.
Turn that down a little bit.
Columbine Street, on channel.
They have them barricaded in a house, I assume. But the area that they have cordoned off is like unbelievable. I've never seen this large of an area cordoned off ever. I mean, right over the hill, there's a ton of police vehicles on 120th. So you can't see them from here, but I could see them when I was driving up this ways, because you could kind of see up on the top of the hill from behind where I was driving from, because it's a little bit higher back there. This is kind of like the valley part right here.
LGB from this location to the south.
On the side of the road in a truck? Oh, okay. I'm trying to get closer to it, but I can't. Is there a news helicopter or something?
Yeah, no.
I don't see any helicopters above. These Adams County deputies won't even check to see where media can stage. They were closer to the Holly side. Yeah, it's clear over there. You're talking 2 miles away from here in distance. It's I think off of Jasmine, so it's like 2 blocks off of Holly. So it's HIJ. Their tweet said Monaco, so we got KLM, so in between there, I'm sure. They didn't give out the exact address, but I can't get any closer from this direction. I can try to get around it, sort of, but I doubt that I'd be able to. I mean, I might be able to try to come up Holly Street, but I doubt it. But that they got this blocked off so far back is like unbelievable. that you can't even see anything from here. Because we're literally almost 2 miles away. Well, close to, well over a mile, let's put it that way. Let's see what this guy's gonna talk to him about. This guy here wouldn't even get on the radio and ask him where media can go.
You can clear out that phone message from West 103rd Place.
Copy 89.
Trying to make out what he's saying to these guys. What's he saying? Jesus. Telling him to go all the way up to Brighton. They're telling him to go all the way up to Highway 7.
Say a command.
Jesus. That's unbelievable, what he just told him. You can get across like on 124th, but if you look up to the north of here, you can see traffic at a stop on Riverdale Road heading north. It is rush hour traffic. So that they got this entire area closed off like this is really bad. I could probably turn around, go down to 112th, and then across to Holly and try to come up north. Try to get their ID. Something. But this deputy here, they're like, we're just drones, we're just here to direct traffic. He wouldn't even get on the radio and ask about media, where the media could be. By the way, it was a stringer, and then the stringer got canceled. And I think it is because I'm the one that answered it. I think Channel 7 realized I answered it and they don't want my footage. What do you guys think? People trying to get around. They should like put some cones there or something, huh? I don't think I'll be able to get any closer, and traffic's really, really bad right now. Especially with everybody trying to get around this too at the same time. Yeah. Oh yeah, 112th is, and Holly's open. Just backed way up. Yeah, that's what I was figuring. Everything's backed up out here. I mean, 120th is backed up all the way to, I think, 85. It's backed up going to
Charlie 6, contact call on suspicious activity in progress.
All the streets I can see are backed up. Actually, Riverdale going south is not backed up. So if I turned around and went north and went over to Riverdale on 124th and down Riverdale, that would get me closer in the sense that I could get to Quebec, maybe. Depends on if they got it blocked at Quebec or not, at Riverdale. How you doing, Jen? But I can't see anything from here, that's for sure. You guys think I should try to get around to the other side of it?
The vehicle state returns here. Clear to go ahead and have stolen both plates are on it. Secure bumper. I'll be clear with you.
I know it's still going to be backed up even on 124th. They're on at a stop and go over there on Riverdale going north. See if they've even answered. I doubt that they've answered.
049 Pico Street, it's a 99 white Tahoe. Has 3 children inside of it. 12 years old.
All right, 120th Avenue is closed from Holly Street to Quebec Street. They're lying because I'm not even at Quebec. Please use Riverdale Road or 128th
I don't have
Avenue.
any suspect information or direction from it. Okay. 1850. I believe the county's still working on it right now. I was just pairing it off of their card. Okay, thank you. 1850.
Charlie. No one was.
1860. 156 and clear notes on the card. Roger.
Yeah, they're not answering their tweets. What's that? Oh yeah, they're lying. They are lying. Thornton says it's closed at Quebec Street to Holly Street, and I'm still probably a half a mile from Quebec, maybe. So I can't even get to Quebec Street because they got it blocked off clear down here. So yes, they lied. I can try to get around it, but it's going to be really heavy traffic. Really heavy traffic, and since I can't see anything here, I guess what else do we have to lose, right? Question is, do I go north or do I go south? I'm gonna go back over there to Brighton Road. I'm going to try to go to Brighton Road and go north to 124th, which is full of cars.
Apartment 301. It's like the RP's advising they can hear a male and female screaming in that apartment.
I'll try to sneak in on Riverdale
Saying that she was pushed and that he took her
and go back. Might get some buffering up there on Riverdale though.
And I'm adding that key code for the door now.
I don't know why they just didn't bother closing it back here. If they're going to close it anywhere, they should have closed it back here and pushed them north or south instead of making them go all the way down there and turning around. That was stupid on their behalf. Come on, cars, get out of the way.
1819.
They should have had it closed here. Still going to be heavy traffic. Go here with it closed like that. Barricaded subject of some sort. I don't know if it's next to a vehicle or at a house or what. I can't even get close enough to even figure that much out. Somebody else said that the news had it on there that he's next to a vehicle alongside the road. So it was a Stringer, but then the people from Stringer said the person canceled it. I seriously think that it was because I answered it. That it was Channel 7 that made the request. I couldn't tell you if he's how he got, barricaded. They didn't even say barricaded. Yeah, I have no idea what's really going on. I was like, oh geez, I can't even turn left without being stop and go traffic. Colorado what? Yeah, Genty. It's moving sort of going west. Yes, Davin, thank you.
15501 112 F. Direction traffic already.
There should be a box truck coming your way. Can you pull him over and let you for next one?
Pull over a box truck and what?
112. He turned around at 112 Chambers and go into the neighborhood.
Alright, that's weird.
Box truck has crime on the side. Thank you.
Getting on to 124th is easy enough, but now it's all stop and go for the next half mile or whatever it is. Where'd that thing go? There it is. That's what made that noise earlier.
Actually,
This
Just a
is
disturbance turn on
pretty
lane in
bad.
progress to 3.
If they're down there at Riverdale, not letting people go south, but I did see a vehicle going south on it. So that's what I'm going to try to do, is go over there for the cutoff for Quebec and come up at Quebec. It'll get me a lot closer. But at this rate, it's going to take me a half hour to get there. Look at this crap.
Vehicle that has no plates and wondering about.
This will literally take me a half hour to get there without traffic moving. Oh yeah, that's great. Just run down the middle like that, buddy. I don't think that's allowed in Colorado, by the way. Lane splitting like that. It's allowed in like California, but I don't believe it's allowed in Colorado. Yeah, that motorcycle's a dummy. I don't know, somebody looked that up in, to see if lane splitting motorcycle is legal in Colorado. And somebody looked that up. I don't think it is. I think it's considered illegal that it's one vehicle type thing. I don't know.
7-Eleven. Third party based down on the table with a jacket on top of him. He does have 2 bottles of water next to him.
Yeah, he was riding that yellow line, and at times on the left side of it, which basically says no passing. So lane splitting and no passing, well, that's splitting hairs on this, because it is a double yellow line. So I don't think he could have done that legally either way. What is going on up here? Don't tell me they're turning people around up here too. They shouldn't be turning anybody around. Yeah, that's what I thought, Genty. It is allowed, like in California, for them to do lane splitting on the highway and stuff. But I don't believe it's legal for them to do it here on this side road like this. Of course, the cops are busy, so they're not going to be stopping him for it. I can see the traffic backed up from 128th coming down here to 124th as well. So everybody's trying to turn coming this ways. What's the holdup down here though? Why is there such large gaps in the traffic? They put a traffic light in down here, but they also had a guy with a yellow flashing light. So the question is why was he there? Now that he's gone from that location,
Disturbance, we're going to break and be en route for that.
I wonder if things will start clearing up because he's gone.
I copy, you're both going to be en route to Mile High First Store, 650 Valley
Got a
Drive,
lot of
650
stop
Valley
traffic
Drive.
over there though.
There's a vehicle in the parking lot doing donuts. It almost hit another vehicle. It's a small gray
Right over
car
there.
with a license plate.
All that,
And there's now
there's a
vehicle
vehicle
if you
stopped
want out of
over
the
there. The
white
question is
vehicle.
why? Why aren't they moving this direction?
Okay.
Oh, that guy's doing a U-turn. I was wondering if he was putting up a sign there, but it's like, no, he's just doing a U-turn.
1828.
I can see him on Riverdale Road, heading northbound at a crawl. These, this traffic signal is some real BS if it's got traffic backed up like this.
Really? Yes, Ken.
Got accused of murdering somebody and raping. In Denver or in Adams? Well, I hear about a lot of them, so I don't know which one in particular. Are they doing road work during rush hour traffic? Is that what this is going on? There's roadwork signs up, but if these dummies are doing road work during, oh, it's a one-lane road. You're kidding me. They got this down to a one-lane road here. That's what the holdup is. Damn. This is sad. That explains what this huge holdup is here. So the traffic light's controlling it for their one-lane road. Yeah, road work. Gee, I wonder if the motorcycle went down that even when it was red. That'd be the question. Once we get past this, we should be a lot better off. And the one that got mean with Janet. There's a lot of them that got mean with Janet, though. There is a lot of them that got mean with Janet. But that would be Denver that you're talking about. Are you talking about Guzman? Wait for the pilot car. There is no pilot car. It's all controlled by a light here. Not Guzman. Probably have to look it up. But 120th to my left there, where I was parked, still has them two patrol cars there, so it's still going on. A bald white cop. Well, that describes about 90% of them, especially if you say fat.
Do we have an update on direction travel?
Traffic.
Yes, fat. See, that's 90% of them.
Just went over Highway 85.
And then it's all backed up here too for up at the thing here. All right, let's try to hit Quebec up here from Riverdale Road. But be warned, we might get some buffering because of this hill right here. So if it buffers for a while, don't be surprised. Might be getting a signal block from the west side. Most of these people are going to be turning right.
So the ones they're passing Sandpiper right now, or if you still have visual, they're following.
And I'm going to turn left.
Okay. That's not river here from Spring.
Go ahead.
You talk east up only, please.
The only way to get across here from Riverdale Road to Highway 85 is this road, and unless you go all the way up to Highway 7. Alright, southbound we are. So we're already going to be almost a quarter mile closer just going down Riverdale here. Oh, my phone holder is so sad anymore. I definitely need a new one. This road here to the right is a private road, I think, maybe. It's a dead end. This one here is a dead end. You can't get anywhere on it. If you take a right up here, or the one we just passed, either of them were dead ends. But this, I go underneath 120th, and I'm definitely a quarter mile closer now. And then I'm going to try to swing on Quebec down here where it meets onto Riverdale Road. If I can't do that, I have to go south further.
Can you show me your address stuff on
Yeah, now we're going to find out if it's closed over here. Yeah, it looks like it. We got flashing lights over here. Looks like they got Quebec blocked off. I'll just pull over and look at the map and see where I can get across to Holly. That's about the next place I can get over there.
Show me covering 7 million. I'm at Bromley and 85.
I still can't see anything from down here, but I am closer.
Yeah, okay, Golden Highway.
Oh, they got cars up there. Let's see how badly they got it blocked off here. I'm sure they got it entirely blocked.
I got you like Golden High.
Oh yeah, entirely blocked here. And we got, let me find a place for a moment.
RP is saying that there was a fire by the dumpsters.
I don't know where he's at. We'll go to 112th and across. Oh, it's coming up behind me. He's not. Get over here for him. I am pulling over for the fire truck. He's eventually coming up behind me. Alright, he's no longer behind me. Yeah, follow him. I know that the Alright, this is 112 coming up here.
You can hear female voices on
And this will be Holly right up here. We'll see how much we can snake our way in.
Okay, I'll check the area.
We should be alright on the top of this hill for signal, I hope. Holly looks alright. They got east side though.
Okay. Go ahead. Referencing the citizen's assistant pending, it looks like the RP advised that they would request a cancel tonight to close it out. Yeah,
Alright, heading back towards 120th. See how close we can get.
First air queue is not correct, so that X-ray 1 that's on there is.
I can see we can get to 100 without much of an issue. Alright, it's 117th coming up. I know there's a lot of open area up here too, by the way.
But they did find the children.
This is 117th. Well, I got 119th up here too. I can pull off at 119th.
Adams County offset.
That's what I'm going to do is pull off at 119th and walk.
Number 73 on that disturbance. Have we had any other calls on it?
I'm not going to go up there on with my vehicle.
With no other calls and
You find someplace to park.
43.
Boy, this thing keeps wanting to fall over. Thank you, Timmy. Thank you very much for that. Alright, let me see here. Not seeing anything. But I'm going to go down here and park and then walk. And it's... Can I park here?
Olive Street on channel.
During snowstorm alert snow route. I can park anywhere along here then.
Olive Street on channel. South Adams, Say.
Let me turn around and get a little bit closer. As close as I can. Walking purposes.
6580 Olive Street. 6580 Olive Street. 15-year-old female. She's under the radio attendant.
Yeah, it's just snow. For when it's snowing is the only time you can't park here. So I'm going to park clear back here, out of the traffic lane, and we're going to walk up. We'll get there somehow, right?
Check moving on 7, chain running 4.
Get my jacket on
1834.
because the sun went down and it's going to be a little bit chilly pretty soon. Alright guys, let's go for a walk. We're only a block off of 120th roughly. There we go. We're in the tripod. Battery attached.
District 5 is prepared for high school. You can see that it was going to tell you that.
Well, we're about 2 blocks short of it. Close enough for walking. And it's going to be in that back neighborhood, so we're not going to see much anyway, more than likely. I don't think it's on 120th. But we will find out. I believe it's in the neighborhood. Could have went over there and parked, I guess. But I don't like parking in business parking areas when I'm not doing business with them. Nice people over there. I believe it's back in there where that light is over there in that neighborhood. I don't know if you guys, the car's in the way. Let me get up here. I believe it's all the way in that neighborhood though. These are probably news guys parked here. All right. Down there, I think that's the neighborhood that it's in. Is going off to the left side. And they got this huge area cordoned off. What's with all these regular vehicles coming off 120th now? I know they haven't opened the street. They're coming in from that neighborhood, or coming out from that neighborhood. Transit police. Really? They put everybody out here? Anybody and everybody? Okay. Transit police are out here. Watch out. Oh my goodness. This guy's on the wrong side of the road. Yeah, they're all down there. clear down there. Let me find out how close, if I can get any closer. I kind of doubt it, even though they got vehicles coming out of the neighborhood. I doubt that they'll let me get any closer. Question for you, how far down can we go?
Just a walk?
Yeah,
Probably to Jasmine would be safe and be good.
Jasmine?
That's that next stoplight down
Traffic,
there.
okay,
Yeah.
that sounds good. You might be able to see something from Jasmine as compared from here.
Probably just a bunch of lights.
Well, yeah, that's what they came to see, though. You
Yeah.
know, that's what they want to see.
Okay.
How come Adams County's got it all screwed up on the other side, stopping traffic at Park
No idea.
and turning them around on 120th?
I have no idea. You'd
Well,
have
you
to ask-
guys are in
you'd have to
control
ask
of it.
Adams County. Well, we don't have it after Quebec.
That's what I'm wondering is why isn't it turned at Quebec going north and south instead of Park? Because it's another half a mile
Yeah.
that they got it stopped.
I don't know, sir. I can't
You
tell
know?
you. I
All right.
wish I had information for you, but you can see where I'm at and what I'm doing.
You're standing here.
I don't have a
holding
lot of
that ground still.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of information. I know I set up cones here because that's what I was told to do, and that's about it.
All right.
Apologies.
But I'm good to go to this next light
Yeah,
then.
you should be able to.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You betcha. Have a good night.
All right, you too.
Be careful.
Yep, definitely. So we get to walk down to this next traffic light. Always helps to ask. And if you're not screaming and yelling at them, you can usually get a little bit more access compared to vehicle traffic. You know, if you're walking in type thing. So we got normal vehicles coming out still. So that's probably why he's like, you can go down to there and you'll be good. So I ain't gonna push it and try to go down further. Even though it's all clear down there, we'll still have a better shot from the distance that we get to walk in. And he was a Thornton police officer, so things are good there. I don't want to walk in the mud, but I don't want to walk in the street, but there ain't no traffic either. All right. But as you can see, we can see something from this side compared to the other side.
I'll be en route over to North Suburban.
Got vehicles over here at this business. Vehicles parked right there. Wonder if any of them are media. I can understand them shutting traffic off over here at Hawley and not letting them come this ways because there's no place, no major roads down here. But the other side should have allowed them to go to Quebec and then push them south or north, either onto Riverdale or north to 128th. So beyond that, one of them things. So we're still going to be blocks away from it. But look at all the pretty lights down here. It's like Christmas in July. Well, it ain't July, but hey, it's getting there, right? It's March. We'll be able to zoom a little bit, and if we got a good signal out here, we'll actually be able to see something. But there's an officer leaving. We shall see what we can see. we're still a good distance away, but hey. All right. More officers leaving. That's who's that? Can't even make out who that is. Big N on the side. Can't even tell which officer, which agency that is. So alright, we are set up. How's the signal out here, guys?
Problem in your district?
Pick up.
It's going to be a couple hours old at this time. 960 West 103rd Avenue, 960 West 103 Avenue. RV was advising that they couldn't find their daughter, but then she's knocked on doors. Looks like it's an Ariana Romero, 818 and 17.
Where's this truck? Is it out here on 120th?
Good.
You may want to give her a call. When this was dropped, it said that she wasn't going to be at this location. She was going to the high school to check with if her daughter was there meeting a boy.
I think that's very close.
1857.
Cars coming out of the neighborhood there. Technically, I should be allowed down to where that car just came out.
Yep.
1857.
Car on the left, really. Just drive down the street without your lights on. This car here, are they escorting in? They're allowing them in. I don't know if they're escorting them in or what. All right, let's check Twitter and see if there's anything new on it. No. This is a picture from earlier that they put out. Hang on. That's what you're looking at down there from here. So it's been going on for a while. "33 minutes ago, they said they're still talking to him. They're saying 120th Avenue is starting to partially open back up. The scene itself will remain closed for an extended period of time. Shelter in place that was given via Code Red has been lifted." That sounds like they, oh, here we go. Let's drive down the road without lights again, right? Let's go find out from this officer if we can move up. Looks like they're moving a lot of cars out of the area now. They're going to put up crime scene tape and I can move close now. That'd be alright if I was able to do that, right? Move in closer yet. Let me, button ain't gonna work. The light ain't gonna change because the button ain't gonna work. Pushing the button did nothing. We'll see who this police officer is. It's Northland Police with the big N. Are they putting up tape so we can move closer yet?
They are putting up tape.
I got cleared to come down to here,
Yeah,
but
I guess they're putting up tape right now, though.
okay, as long as I don't get in too close.
Yeah.
Is it out here on 120th then?
120.
Okay.
Like, the truck's facing east. It's basically past where the cop cars are.
All right, yeah, I just don't go past the cop cars, basically. Okay, sounds good. We get to go closer. We're out for a good walk. Oop. Keep kicking it, sorry. I'm gonna hold it out further so I'm not kicking it. Well, I'm gonna get my exercise tonight, aren't I? Since I don't get to drive in any closer. It's all walking. Quite a few cars coming this way that aren't police cars. I forgot to turn this thing on. We'll turn it on. Probably put fingerprints all over the lens. Alright, looks like this car here in the middle is the closest I'm going to be able to get, which is fine. We're still closer yet. See where they're putting up the tape. So the scene looks like they're wrapping it up, so. And I'm seeing traffic over there on 120th coming this way, so they might be thinking about opening 120th. I don't know yet. So it was closer to Quebec than it was to Monaco and Jasmine, like it said.
Good morning, beautiful.
Looks real close to Quebec. We're getting there. Slowly. I can only walk so fast. If they're letting traffic come out of that neighborhood, I should be able to go that far too. That's what I'm hoping. So that's what I was gonna try to do, was sneak in the back way, coming up through this neighborhood here. Where I kind of pulled in where to park. I don't think this officer will have any problem with me going up there further. We got this guy coming in, so we shall see. All right, nobody coming that way. This guy's slow. This guy's slow. How's it going? Do they have tape up down there yet?
What's that?
I heard they were putting up the tape already. Do they have it up now?
I'm not sure if they have it up yet, but you can probably walk down there and check it out if you want.
Yeah, down to where them cars are coming out on the right side.
Past that, it's in between. This street here is Niagara, and the right is Quebec, and it's in between, right in the middle. So it's down there's a way.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was like real near Quebec.
Yeah.
But I should be good to go at least to the backs of the police cars.
I would say so. Somebody will say something to you if they don't want you to go any further.
Yeah, they will. They definitely will say something.
But I would say at least until where those cars are in the street there, the police cars in the street, I think you're probably good to go down to there.
Okay, thank you.
There's some other people walking down there with in bikes and stuff like that. So.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right, we'll come over to this side. So we're good. Go down further. Definitely getting my exercise. So we get to go another quarter mile in. So we'll be able to get close. Probably would have been good stopping on the Quebec, but the buffering was that bad down there in that lower section. I like his attitude. Just go until somebody tells you to stop, right? Somebody will tell you to stop. Yes, they will. They definitely will tell me when to stop. So definitely up close to Quebec. I guess it kind of makes sense at why they stopped them before Quebec then. If they were clear down here at this end near Quebec, why they turned them around. People trying to go eastbound? What? Why the hell are they trying to go eastbound? Yeah, it's kind of closed off, buddy. Yeah, we got a helicopter above us now. I don't know if he's gonna circle. No, I don't think so. He's going off the other direction. Kind of like a flight for life or something else. Not sure what. See, I probably could have snuck all the way through the neighborhoods and made it all the way up over here driving. Now they're turning everybody around there. Alright. Let's see if they got tape. I didn't even bring my drink. Got a bunch more leaving. 3 more leaving. One without headlights. This guy thinks he's gonna take a ride over here. I see a command post. Or is that a camper? Is that the truck? You guys can't see it yet. It might be a command post or it might be a truck. Can't tell yet. Lots of pretty flashing lights.
6150 Parkway Drive. RP advised that there was 2 males and 1 female homeless that were smoking marijuana in the park, and they were both disturbance.
Oh no, they're smoking marijuana in the park. Truck's moving, so it's a command post. So
How's it going?
all right, how you doing?
I'm pretty good.
You guys have tape up down there yet?
We're still pretty much established from 120 and Holly. I'm not sure why the officers left right there at 120 Niagara. I'm going to get with my sergeant to see how far up we can
Because it said on your Twitter that you're reopening.
not 120th.
No, part of it's reopening.
Well, I think 120th in Quebec they're opening. I don't know about Holly here yet because I know I've seen all the cars go here, but I need to get with my supervisor to see.
But one of the other officers said that you guys are putting up tape to establish down here.
Probably we're back here contacting family and doing other things, but I can get with them and see where we're at with that. Give us
So you don't know how much further I can go forward yet?
but if you stay here, I'll get you an answer. How does that sound?
Sounds
fair?
good to me.
Sounds good.
Everybody else is like, well, you should be good to all the way there. And I'm like, okay,
Let me double check really
Yeah,
quick.
I'll stay
and
here.
I'll get you an answer, okay?
sounds good. So I'm going to set up over here. At least they've been nice to me so far. I don't know where the vehicle is yet to figure out where the exact location is. But it's probably not going to be too much further up anyway. Smoking legal marijuana, yeah. So as you can see, I'm pretty close already now. This guy should be actually blocking the road behind him from people coming closer to try to go down 120th to stop them. But we can see something now rather than just twinkly lights. I don't think that Thornton has a PIO. You know what I mean? I don't think they have a PIO. But so far we've managed to get access pretty far in. That's because the event's over with now. It's probably not going to be much closer than these cars right here that I'll be able to get closer. So I doubt they'd be much closer than that. Probably stuck here. All right. Let's snap some photos, send them off.
Where did that other officer go?
He went up there to talk to that guy. I didn't even know you were in the car. I thought the car was sitting here empty at that point when he walked up there.
On 112 Lawrence reference that black pipe.
And RP does want follow-up contact. Thank you. Route 206, chest pay, 9946, Newport Street, on channel, South Adams, Opse. Trip date, medical en route to 9946 Newport Street, 9946 Newport Street for a 63-year-old male, conscious breathing, attended, possibly having a heart attack. Here is information at 1813.
I still want him back in the city and available. I can handle the civil issue tonight.
1918.
All right. Sending off some photos.
District 1, we have fire en route to 893 South Cooner Road, 893 South Cooner Road at the Big Lots from flooding in the parking lot. Information aired at 1918.
What? Flooding in the parking lot at Big Lots. Every department should have a PIO. Yeah, they do. That doesn't mean that he's out here.
South Cooner Road, on channel, Brighton Fire Opse. Engine 51, flooding at Big Lots.
What's flooding at Big Lots?
South Cooner Road,
That don't make no sense unless they had a pipe break, and that doesn't make any sense either for a pipe breaking.
Everybody's going to move up to 120th and Niagara, and that's where the hard closure is going to be this way.
So from
Yeah,
basically
120th
here,
and Niagara, the cars should be moving up any minute now.
from here there to there is still closed. Is what's going to happen? Is what you're saying?
Say it again?
From here to Quebec
it's
is still going to be closed.
Yeah,
So
it's still going to be closed.
they're not putting up tape. They're just going to leave cars.
They have tape down there, but we're just going to have a hard closure because still there's still that
Right.
stuff
They
that's
still have to
going
deal
on
with the scene.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm stuck here.
I have to just hang out here for a while and until we kind of provide you a little bit more info.
Right.
As we get it, all right?
Sounds good. I'm sure that some of the media is on the other side already. They've been. I saw a bunch of them.
I know there's one that kind of broke through the cars there that I asked them to turn around because we didn't know how far up it was going to move just yet
Right.
at the time. So,
Well, I had the pleasure of walking in and checking with each officer as I'm walking in how much further I can get. So. But yeah, Adams County on the other side. They had them stopped at Park Avenue or Park. They had them stopped at Park. You know, clear over on the other side of the hill there, down where the animal shelter is.
Oh, really?
They had them stopped clear down there, and we're just turning them around.
I think they just moved it up to Quebec.
Probably.
The closer you had to Quebec.
Probably.
Yeah, from what I understand, it's Niagara 120 to Quebec.
Yeah, this what 4th Street section?
Say it again.
4th Street section. Let's see here, Niagara, OPQ. Basically 4 blocks. That should alleviate some of the traffic that's out there. bad.
Yeah, I don't know how much.
So you probably want to turn this one sideways.
Well, I'm going to be getting out of here.
Oh, and the other cars are coming up.
Yeah, they're going to come up and block. I'll let them know if I said to get kind of
Okay, thanks. So they're setting up perimeter behind me, right here on this street, to block it off. And now we got one coming up right behind. Nah, he turned. Okay. So we're gonna set up right here for blocking it off for traffic. But as we're getting closer, they haven't put any tape up on this side yet. They put some up over there on the Quebec side. So we're still going to get a bunch of traffic coming down 120th. People not realizing that it's closed down here. But it's still better. This section down here doesn't get that much traffic at night. I mean, I drove through here many a times, so it doesn't get that much. But at least it lets the people go home.
Apartment 331. Looks like there's a massive girl versus Chloe that the RP is concerned about. No suicidal statements, drugs, or alcohol, but she's not answering her phone.
Starts pixelating if I'm zoomed in that far. Start pixelating too much. Yes, permission to your master. Yeah, that's basically it. Someone dropped their big gulp. Yeah. I gotta walk all the way back to the Jeep for my drink.
They said there's a hard block over here. Back over there.
All right. They backed me up from up there to back here to the street where they're doing a hard stop on letting anything else through. So they backed me up, and I went to buffer when that happened. So tell anybody that can see this, tell them to refresh if it's still buffering. But we are next to these guys over here at Niagara Street now. So we're at Niagara, got backed up from next to those signs right there. So not too far back. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Yeah, it's better now. I don't know what happened to the signal. Signal went out completely for a bit there. It was just saying reconnecting, that's it. That's all I was doing was reconnecting.
Mutual aid requesting engine 1257 West 120th Avenue.
157. That's 100 blocking that. Well, that's clear west of here still. It ain't here. We got all this traffic coming down 120th now that it's open, and they either get to go left or right or turn around. So they got three choices there: left, right, or turn around. They can take a left into this neighborhood And if I remember right, you can get through this neighborhood and make it over to Quebec by going through the neighborhood. I'd have to look at Google Maps to be sure. But I believe you can get through that neighborhood to get to Quebec. We got a 34th and Downing incident. Stabbing or shooting. 34th and Downing. But that's a good distance away from here. Let's take a look here at what they got updated here.
Lasting engine 1257 West 120th Avenue.
Let's see here. Nothing updated for here. Let's see what else we got going on here. Oh no.
There's two females in the back of the store that were shoplifting the last
All right, guys.
location. They're just wanting you to stop and walk through the store. 1930. 1930.
Didn't turn out well.
Do you have cones?
Copy of shape there, 1931.
Do you have any cones? Yeah, I have. Cones from there. Put a lead. So now with this light bucked up, we don't have much light.
It did not turn out well. Everybody's going into this neighborhood to the right, and it takes them nowhere going that way, by the way. You cannot get down there to Riverdale Road going to the right on Niagara. Let's bring up the maps. Actually, no, it's saying you can. You can get through. If you go down 1, 2, 3 blocks and take a left, it'll take you out to Quebec Street. You can go north as well to get around, but it's a lot more complicated. You got to go north 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 streets before taking a right, going down to a stop sign, taking a left, and going a loop around. And yeah, it's a little bit more difficult getting through going north. Southbound, you can go south by 3 blocks and take a left at the roundabout and head on 118th going east to Quebec Street. There's a tow truck.
Yeah, just drive the parking lot. See if there's a vehicle in here with heavy front end damage or something that looks like it might have ripped through a fire hydrant.
I would not have been able to get to this neighborhood over here except by being on Quebec Street, which I had blocked off, so I would not have been able to sneak in. Looking at the map. So yeah, I would not have been able to get in. It's complicated going north, a lot easier going south. All right. Question is, do we want to walk out now or stick around? Someone hit a fire hydrant, that would cause flooding. Inside Big Lots though? Come on. We got an auto ped at Tower and South Andes Circle. Clear down in Aurora. South Aurora. That just was tweeted. That road's closed.
They're hearing a female screaming out the window. She's screaming, "Help me!" Possibly a 10-year-old female. I don't know how the RP would know that.
54 degrees out here. It's not too bad.
Available cover.
Yeah, dizzy. Signal jammer is a possibility. It's definitely a possibility when it comes to scenes. Oh, I wasn't paying attention, Dizzy. I suppose they could have hit a fire hydrant outside. They said at Big Lots, not in it. So I don't recall any fire hydrants out there, though. Doesn't mean that they're not there. I just never looked for them. They're going to be processing this for a while. I wonder if that was the emergency vehicle that left going southbound behind me was with him in it. Could have been. Wasn't exactly an ambulance, though. We have American flags on the back of this patrol car. That one doesn't have any, but I can see the lights flashing. I don't see any. This one's got it marked with American flags. That must be an officer there, driving with no lights, right? Who else would be driving down the road, leaving the scene? I turned them on. So who else would be driving down there without lights? They shouldn't need that many people down there at this point, tell you the truth. But they must have some donuts in their command center or something, keeping them occupied, right?
They're just advising that the one party left, the other one's still in the store.
There's their command center. One of them.
1938.
It's hard to make out. It's like dead center of the screen though, because the lighting down there isn't that great. Is that a tow truck down there? Coming in? I think a tow truck's coming in. That looks like a tow truck. But it could be a SWAT vehicle too. take a look here. I think it's a SWAT vehicle from the way it sounds. Yeah, it's not a tow truck. That's a SWAT vehicle. They ran short of donuts. Right? No more donuts on scene. They're out of here. That means that this scene's going to clear up a lot faster. I saw a tow truck, but I didn't see it going into the scene. They're still processing the scene, I'm sure. They're not going to tow it off that quick. See, there goes their command center there. Or their other SWAT vehicle. That's the one that has all the pizza and burgers and donuts. And strippers. I mean, that's where they change their clothes to get into their gear. Now we got a guy walking down the street here. And they're not going to say a word. There's going to be a guy showing up right there. He's just going to take a stroll and walk through the crime scene. Maybe they'll deem him safe because he doesn't have a camera and let him walk through. They have to move me back, but they're not going to chase down this guy. The white truck, well, no, that's where I already said they keep their burgers and their pizza and their donuts and whatnot in it. Oh, of course it's the camera. He's still going. Nobody's saying a word to him.
Yeah, I went up.
Did he stop? No, he's still going. He's still walking. They got him right at the corner of the fence there. One officer went over there. These cops down here in these cars have one job: to stop anybody from going down there. Guess what job they failed? Right? Guess which job they failed? Of all the jobs they have right now. Now they're going to make a big deal out of it too, on top of that.
Robert, Edward. versus Samantha Common, Bedford 10/13/1990, 10/13/90.
I can't tell if that's him standing there at the fence line or if he went around the corner. Well, if I went down there, they'd arrest me. They've already told me.
17.
Person to a call. This is person at 960 Walnut Street, 960 Walnut Street.
Okay.
They would just flat out arrest me if I went down there.
I'll be sure you're around 1945.
I can't tell if that's him on the corner down there right next to that pole by the fence. I can't tell if that's him
Avenue, 60,
standing there
16th Avenue. That's our call.
or if he went around the corner of the fence. I can't tell. It's too far away. I don't know. He's standing there. He's standing there. Really? He's literally standing there. I can see his bag now.
And it's confirming there's no call history at this location.
He is literally standing down there in his in the crime scene.
3064.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have no doubt that they'd arrest me as well.
Not only positive. The last name is Ocean George Lincoln Edward.
If I did something like that, well, you see, if I walked past them like that, they probably would have stopped me because I got the camera. But this guy didn't have one.
So they're out of Texas.
He's just standing there watching. I don't see any officers near him either.
I copy, thank you.
You're welcome, 1946.
I doubt that he's part of the scene. I don't know. But he's just standing right there.
Not priority in District 2.
Yeah, that's a good question there. If he knows the guy, yeah, he'd be at the hospital. But he's carrying a bag like he was shopping. You know, like he's going home from the grocery store.
Ivy Street, Montana. South Adams, Sunday.
I can't explain this. No idea why. He might be facing towards the officers that you can't see where that patrol car turned. Yeah, see, there's an officer there.
616, check the call history there.
All right, there is officers over there with him.
Right, so show it there.
Copy, clear with report at 1948.
You just can't see the officers. They're behind the fence, around the corner of the fence.
Can you try with her first name as Sam Adam 30 Adam?
Plus, they're wearing dark colors, so you can't see them very well anyway. I just barely saw the one. I can't see him with my eyes. Only by zooming in with the camera can I see it.
Copy.
1948.
Well, we got a flashlight there. There's a guy.
One, I'll see if I can grab another one.
Only with the flashlight could I see that one and the movement in front of the sign. No, the guy with the bag's still there. He's still right there at the edge of the pole. You can see him between the sign and the light pole, right next to the fence area. He's not on the sidewalk, I don't think. I can't tell though. It's really hard to tell. I'm sure they're running his ID. They got him detained, I'll bet.
3 North 64, the DOR to be attached now. 1950.
He only walked in how far? About 200 feet or so. No, that's more than 200 feet. That's closer to a football field. 300 yards into their scene before getting stopped. Yeah, the black clothes one was a cop, the one with the flashlight. This guy looks like a gray top on, white bag that he's got in his hand. I think he's facing away from the scene, that he's talking to officers that are to the left. I think that's what's going on right now. There's an officer there, walking away, walking back this way, to the right. I have no doubt I'd be in handcuffs if I was down there. No doubt at all. That's nothing but a field from where he's standing going east towards Quebec. It's nothing but a field on the left side of him. And you can see Quebec traffic down there.
Come on, we're in.
I think the bag was in his left hand when he was walking. So therefore it looks like he's facing away from the scene. Facing to the north, which would be to the left on the screen.
Reason I have the Triple B District 2 and the 6th offense on Payson District 8.
You'd think they'd just move him out of the scene. Put him in a car and take him out of the scene.
The 123 Mather Court, 123 Mather Court, apartment A, a 15-year-old female having a meltdown and threatening suicide, still getting further from call take. I copy 1952.
Well, at some point they need to do something with him. Not so lit up down there anymore.
ECSO, but it looks like it's her call.
I mean, it's a possibility of him standing there, but it certainly looks like it.
Ivy Street, 7341 Ivy Street. Fires on scene. Copy, good.
You're welcome, 9654.
Yeah, 007's here. I looked for a parking spot for you last night, 007. Out in North Glen, they had 003, 002, 001, but that's as far as it went. So there was no parking for you.
The daughter is going to be lost as well. First of the net gate. Suitable 9406. RP's knowledge walked in her bedroom with no weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Ugh. Alright guys, I think we're gonna give up on this scene. You can see how far away that is by taking the zoom off. That's basically more than I can see with my own eyes because it lights it up better with the camera. I didn't see enough movement there to verify that it was the guy was still standing there. I mean, it looked like him, but oh well. No movement from what looked like the bag. I think they let the guy go, but I don't know. But these ones, they get a big fail. They had one job only. 498. What's the other one's car? What's the car number? I think it's a transit car, not a Thornton car. No, that's a police dog car. So it's not transit. I'm not seeing a unit number on. There it is. 614. And they got an American flag on that one too. Yes, they failed. They failed at their job of stopping everybody from going forward from this street forward. They definitely failed. I'm going to start walking back. It's a long walk back. Getting thirsty. Shouldn't have left my drink in the Jeep, right? Stringer didn't want footage, so they're not getting footage. Screw 'em. And it wasn't until I was down here before they canceled it, when I was out there at the Adams County deputies trying to figure a way in here, that it was canceled. And it's like, well, why is it still on the list? It's like, well, they haven't erased it yet. And it's like, I think they just didn't want footage from me over it. You know? Probably Channel 7, and they said, oh, that Ghost Rider guy accepted it. We're not gonna take the footage. I'm playing with the legs on the tripod here so I can collapse it so I can walk easier. So I'm not kicking the stand. There we go. Now we're collapsed. So we got a nice long walk all the way up. 2 lights up.
Demeanor, failure to appear, shoplifting, larceny, that sort of thing. Break for the other
2
one.
lights up, which is probably, I don't know,
It's gonna be a
2/3 of a mile of a walk. I'll get my steps in today, right?
White female, and birth is gonna be 1 of each. One of the cases looks like it's going to be a statewide extradition. Actually, their state would call it.
Get a BMX bike, fit in most cars. Yeah, I have bad experience with a bike. You know, 22 years ago, while riding a bicycle, I got hit from behind by a car. I was wearing a bright red jacket. It was broad daylight. I got hit. It crumpled the back wheel of the bike, mangled it. I went flying over the front. I don't know, at least 20 yards. Landed on my shoulder, my arm. I've had problems ever since with my shoulder. Arm, not so much, but my shoulder, yes. So I've had issues with it ever since. And yes, I did take them to court, but from what they found, they said it was soft tissue injury, not permanent. But 2 years past that, I knew there was something going on there because, you know, I still have pain, and I've always had pain since then. And I've had them try to look for the cause of it. And they can't seem to find the cause from the stuff that they looked. Of course, it doesn't help when they says, "Oh, we'll do a MRI on it," and you're like, "Cool, maybe they'll find something and they can fix this so that I stop having pain." Right out here in the middle of the field. It's like, you know, it'd be nice if they actually found the cause of the pain and fixed it, rather than saying, "Oh, here's some pain meds that you can be on for the rest of your life." It's like, no, I don't want the pain meds. I want them to fix it. And they send you for that MRI, and the MRI technician says, "Oh, I'm supposed to look at your shoulder there." I'm like, "Yeah," and get the results of the MRI. And I'm like, why are you looking at the shoulder socket? That's not where the problem is. He's like, "It's not." It's like, "No." I showed him on his back where I have the pain, and he's like, "Oh, well, we'll have to schedule you for another MRI and figure out the code for that area of your body to scan." So I never did see the results of the second one, though. So I never really got any answers. And I just let it slide over the years. I'm like, yeah, whatever. They're not that interested in fixing it. I found out I was a little claustrophobic doing them MRIs. It's not a pleasant feeling being in a tube like that, even with both ends of it open. and feeling a little claustrophobic. You know? So after the second one, I'm like, yeah, whatever. They also did a CAT scan, see what they could find with that. I never saw the actual results myself to see what areas they actually scanned and looked at, though. That was a mistake on my part. I should go back and look at those records. They probably looked at the wrong spot again on both of them.
Your plate is showing clear for an unfiltered 2017 Chevy Equinox out of Denver.
But it's frustrating when you go to the doctor and they, instead of have the doctor looking at it, they have a nurse looking at it, you know? They assign you to a nurse instead of a doctor. At least that's what they did when I was having it looked at. So I didn't even get the benefit of a real doctor for them figuring things out. So it was frustrating back then. I don't remember what year that was that I went in and did that. Thinking around 2010. I'm like, you know, enough is enough. I want you guys to figure this out. And that's the treatment I got for it. It was not even a real doctor. Couldn't figure out their codes to scan the right spots. So that's what I've had to deal with for the last 22 years. I remember when I was being tested, when I first got injured, the strength tests from the left arm to the right arm. The doctor couldn't even move my right arm, pushing against, you know, holding out your hand like that. He couldn't even move my right arm. He couldn't, he didn't have enough strength to push my arm at that point. My left arm, of course, buckled on pushing, you know, holding it out, you know, pushing against it, going outwards and whatnot. It would buckle because of the injury. So the strength difference was huge. But I used to be an auto mechanic. So you build muscle when you're working on vehicles, you know, moving engines and transmissions around and wrenching on things. You tend to build up some muscle. That's why you couldn't move my right arm. And you're usually about equal on both arms when you're a mechanic because you're using both hands. Or close to equal. But with the injury, difference was, I don't know, I lost 80% of the strength in my left arm when that happened. At one point I couldn't even carry anything with my left arm, with my hand. Holding something in my hand like this, even like a plate of food or something light, I couldn't carry. My hand would not support it. My arm wouldn't support it. I probably got some of the strength back in the arm compared to what it was, but nothing like what it originally was. But I still have the issues of the pain. I have to actually make an effort to use my left arm for doing things to make sure that I exercise it some, so it doesn't get completely useless. But you still pay the price when you're doing that. Too many nights I remember coming home and laying on ice packs for hours on end. Back up to Jasmine. We're getting there slowly. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad out here with me talking, that you can hear everything. So yes, I made a settlement with the insurance company of the person that hit me. And in hindsight, I wish I hadn't, for the amount that I did, because of the ongoing issue that I've had over the years. You can't sue them twice, so you get one shot at it. So if you're wrong, well, too bad, so sad. And I was wrong. And that money, I don't know, how long did it last? A little bit over a year, I suppose. Wasn't all that much. You're talking about a auto pedestrian, well, bicyclist accident. Colorado isn't that big on paying people that get hit by cars. I had an advantage, though. My lawyer had said originally, said you'll probably get about $8,000, and that would have been the grand total. And I'm like, so he was going to ask for, I don't know, $15,000 for it, and then settle down. I'm like, no, I want you to ask for a lot more than that, because the insurance company was out of California, and in California they have much more strict laws where they protect bicyclists more. So with them based in California, I felt that I had a good chance of getting more than what my lawyer said that I would get. So he did what I said, and I did get more than what he said, by more than 3 times. So it was settled for $25,000, and then he got his cut, and then I had to pay back the loan company that I had to borrow from to pay bills, and I ended up with a little bit over $13,000 in cash, which lasted just a bit over a year, probably a year and a half, close to 2. It's been a while, so it lasted for a good while. But you're talking way back, 22 years ago. You don't get do-overs on a lawsuit for injury when it's already been settled. So I think I got injured more on a bicycle than I would have in a vehicle. You know what I mean? The people in vehicles, they're pulling $100,000 lawsuits. So people on bicycles really get the shaft when it comes to getting hit by a car and lawsuits in Colorado. So I feel sorry for anybody else that gets hit by cars while on a bicycle, knowing how little that they're going to get out of their settlement for injuries. They did pay the medical bills, so that was a plus. That was extra on that, by the way. So I didn't have to pay the medical bills. They paid all of them. So that didn't come out of my pocket at all. So that was a plus. Guys are awful quiet. Not talking much. Of course, I can't see the screen walking that easy. I can, I suppose. I just had to turn it. We're almost there. We're getting there. Turn this thing off, save the battery. Alright. That one's off. We're only a few blocks away from the Jeep now. And of course, lights are still down there. They're going to be down there for hours. What do we got? Starbucks, Pizza Hut, orthodontics, and dentistry, and Burger King, and something else over there. It's like another fast food place over there. I don't know what they are. They got a line though. Oh, we got a come and go over here too. It's come and go on the other side there.
Has been drinking heavily lately and is concerned about his mental status. The RP is requesting a phone call so you can get further details before responding.
Oh, another welfare check coming on with somebody that drinks a lot. This is Commerce City that I'm hearing.
231, clear training all covered.
It's not a good thing. And police are responding as social workers, more or less. People tend to get hurt. It's like, oh, you're drunk. Let me put you in cuffs for my safety. All right? And the person being put in cuffs would be like, screw you. Why am I in cuffs? And it goes from there, right? I don't know what this place is, but I think this is power. A power station thing. It's got this wall around it. I think it's power distribution, I think. I've seen structures like this before where there's secure facilities, they even got cameras up. And it isn't a building that you're going into, that's a gate to go into the yard. There's a couple gates here. I think it's has to do with the power for the area. I can kind of see some poles going up. So they're protecting the infrastructure with walls and gates so that people don't crash into them, I guess, you could say. I guess that's a good thing. They got a better wall here than they do down on the border, though, don't they? I wonder if those are motion sensor lights. They could be. It's like, oh, somebody on the sidewalk walking by, we got to get their picture. Run them through the database because they're walking by, or they sense the camera. I can see through the gate, kind of. There's some vehicles in there. But I am pretty sure that it's power. There's a sign down here, I think. We're almost there. Almost back. There it is. There's the Jeep. There, yeah, they're motion sensors. They're turning on as I'm walking by. I'm not even on their lawn. I'm on the sidewalk, and they're going on. And those need adjusted. Now this is a sign for this neighborhood, Skylake Ranch. That's for this neighborhood over here. It has nothing to do with this building here. This building's unmarked, and it's not really a building anyway. It's just a big wall. Alright, here's there almost. Was it a fun walk, guys? I wish I could have drove in all that distance. You're here? Okay. You retired 4 years ago from nearly 40 years legal career specializing in catastrophic injury, wrongful death, product liability, and medical malpractice. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, the insurance company accused me of fraud afterwards too. Well, they never took me to court or anything. They said, you faked it. I'm like, no, I didn't. So I would have gone back to work as a mechanic if I could have made money. Of course, I would have never been doing this if I had done that, right? More than likely. Would have been a different path. A much different path than I followed. But they did accuse me of faking it. I'm like, how do you fake that kind of injury? You know, you go, you get hit by a car, how are you going to fake it? I'm sure that the lady saw me flying over the handlebars and fly through the air about 20 yards when she did it. And she saw me land. I know she saw me land. Alright. So, that's not something that you fake very easy. I mean, you can, I guess you can say that you're having issues and you're not. But, no, I was never faking it. Ever. I did a lot of stupid stuff thinking I could still do it though. As in, you know, carrying stuff that I shouldn't have been, that had weight to it. That's why I say about laying on an ice pack for hours. Carrying stuff with weight that I shouldn't be.
Medic 11, Engine 11, injured party at Circle K, West 72nd Avenue, and Pecos Street, on Channel, Adams County offset.
72nd and
Medic 11,
Pecos.
Engine 11, injured party
Sounds familiar.
at Circle K, West 72nd Avenue, and Pecos Street, on Channel, Adams County offset.
Circle K. I thought that was a 7-Eleven at 72nd. Man, I guess it could have been a Circle K. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the walk back. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Head home. About that ice pack, it might be a good idea. The walking gets to me too sometimes. But hey, gotta exercise still. So, if I hear something else, I might go out. Depends. Depends on how relaxed I am after laying down for a bit. So, let's see if anybody else had anything else. Don't take meds. My friends in Europe, one of the surgeons told me to take 2 Aleve plus 1 extra strength Tylenol instead of the Vicodin you couldn't tolerate. Yeah, I rely on Tylenol way too much. You fell asleep during your MRI? That's not too bad. That's not a bad deal. Where is the pain at exactly? That's on the shoulder blade behind the shoulder blade, you could say, is where the pain I have is. Closer to the edge of the shoulder blade, closer to the spine. Oh man, yeah, the doctors can a lot of times determine if you're faking it, but it wasn't the doctors that were telling me I was faking it. It was the insurance company. This was the insurance company that called me and told me that I was going to be fine, that in a few days I'll be perfect, you know, a few days of relaxation after getting hit by a car. And they're already telling me I'm going to be fine.
7 and Hollywood.
And you know, they're already talking to me on the phone. So they called me on that one too. I was a little bit pissed off about that, with them insisting I was going to be fine. And it's like, I haven't even been to a real doctor yet, I don't think, because I didn't go to the hospital right away.
Damage on 7-4 and Highway.
I was trying to work on my van to put the cylinder head back on it, and I was on my way to the parts store to get head gaskets for it. So the bike got left where it was at the restaurant there. I asked the lady if she'd take me down to the parts store so I could get my parts. Then we came back, and then she got me and my bike back to the house, but I didn't go to the hospital right away. I didn't think it was that bad, but it started really hurting later. You guys know how it is. You know, when you're injured, you don't feel the pain right away. Well, I knew by day 2 that it was definitely more seriously injured than I expected. So that's the way it is. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and end it and head home for the time being. So this one wasn't a stringer, unfortunately, because they canceled it, even though it's not been canceled. I think that has to do with the other deal. So we're gonna buffer if I go down there onto that one spot again, down there on Riverdale. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it now, but I'm gonna head that way. I already looked at the map. I know how to get through there, so I can head back north. Thank you guys. Thank you, Tammy, for the donation. And we shall catch you guys on the next one. It might even be later tonight. You never know. So we shall catch you later. As a matter of fact, I'm going to head north here instead of going east. I'll go around the north side to get around. But, alright guys, laters.